device. Oh, I feel so strange. I don't know if this needs to be in. I wanted to show you these guys I made today. Little handles for the drawers on my desk. And then I made those on the lathe, and then I made this on the lathe. And I think this is flipped for you. This is the beginning, and this is the end, and it says, I love you in Morse code. And it's going to be affixed to the wall in some way, but I'm not sure, like, I have to do, like, because this is end grain, and you can't glue end grain to end grain, so I have to, like, make, like, a dowel situation, and that's going to be a whole thing. Talking to my professor, I always go to whittling club after my class. I'm doing, like, the third rabbit in my abstraction series, and maybe I'll live stream that soon. So this is not my phone, this is my friend's phone that they're letting me borrow, which I thought I had to update, so I updated it, and immediately it lost service. So I can't actually use it as a phone, which is the thing that I needed to do. There's so much grief. Grief is getting smaller, but it's still, like, made a very slight dent in the mountain that I have to get through. But I'm here with you, and I exist. I go to church. Every time I'm gonna make these, I'm like, what am I gonna make a video about? And it never ends up being exactly like what I was planning or anything. It's just kind of like thoughts meandering around. And I just think that it's interesting how much of my thought process is about, like, God and my spirituality, and then it comes out here in a very stilted way where I feel kind of private and, like, ashamed about it because it's not in vogue to be religious. My phone's gonna die, so I have to go soon. We were talking about authenticity, the authenticity of virtual identities in my new media lecture. And I was saying that, like, I didn't think, like, the professor was making a distinction between, like, this fake stuff and then him, like, sharing a picture of his cat online is, like, authentic. And I was like, isn't, like, even within the self, the creation of identity, like, inherently performative? Every time I make something like this, I just, like, start, like, hitting people with it, just, like, very lightly, and we do, like, a slow-mo, and then if they're, you know, this is a good litmus test of a friend. If you, like, really slowly, like, go in to hit them, and they go, oh, like, in slow-mo, like they're being hit, that's how you know that you should keep them around. And if they don't react, drop them. Done. If they don't react, actually hit them. No, don't. I'm not encouraging violence. There's just something so nice about wood. I made these handles because I have this wooden desk, and it has metal handles, and I was just looking at all the wood around my desk and feeling so happy. They look like little mushrooms. Everyone's like, I wish they were mushrooms. I'm like, they can be mushrooms. You can be whatever you want. Like, don't let me stop you. I was at a critique yesterday night. and the person who was like guerrilla, like took over and started running the critique, was very adamant that like about like the artist's intention, and I was like, I don't really care what, like I was saying, like the artist is a vessel to create the work. Like my hand made the work. Oh, quote this, quote this. I wrote this down. I was like, this is good. The building. Oh, what is it? The building is formed by the hands of the construction worker, not from the mind of the architect. Which is like, I feel like, oh, there's a little guy in my head that's like, how can you say that? Like, this is not true. This is not true at all. Like, this is ridiculous. But I think it is provocative and I should say it. There's my roommate. What was I saying? Oh yes, the artist is a vessel, and once the art has been created, it exists in its own right, and the artist has no, I think, like, the artist can try to impose their will, but it's like a parent trying to impose the will on, like, who their child should be. I don't know, I was really hungry when I was making it, and I was like, it looks like cheese wheels. Someone said it looked like anal beads. And I was like, I don't know if you've ever seen those before. This is not what they look like. But I was thinking about Morse code and how it was like made for war, but it's like this says, yeah, it says I love you. This is I space L space O. The like wider parts are the dashes, and then the round parts are the dots, and then the skinnier parts are spaces. O space V space E. E is so easy to remember because it's just that one guy. Space V space. Did I say V? L? What am I even, oh yeah. What am I even talking about? This is Y. Oh, U. I'm really tired. I always wonder, like, am I endearing? Is it endearing? So I was talking to my professor, and she was saying that I seem very resilient, and no one had ever said that to me before. And I liked it, and I asked her about it, and I guess I was kind of fishing for more compliment, but then I realized that once she started explaining that that's what I was doing, and I felt like, not like ashamed that I had done it, but just like, oh, like sometimes I go down the street and I'm like, everyone is like obsessed with me, everyone is into me, and I can feel very desired, but I don't feel beautiful. And the feeling beautiful is like, it doesn't matter if everyone in the world thought I was ugly, it wouldn't matter. Because I would know. Like, it's a feeling, and it doesn't have to be, it's just like, I feel like I'm radiating, like, pink light, I'm glowing. And that's when I feel beautiful, and it's like, I could be the ugliest person in the world. Like, I could know that I was ugly, and that has nothing to do with, like, I could be ugly and beautiful at the same time. Like, that's how strong beautiful is. To feel beautiful. And when I feel desired, it's this tenuous thing that feels like empty. It's like everyone in the world wants me, and it's this like commodity, like I have to hoard it like wealth. If I change something about my physical appearance or my mannerisms, I have to worry, will I lose this currency? So that's what I'm going towards, is beautiful. But it's not to make oneself uglier on purpose doesn't help. I've experimented with it. I went through this phase. I cut my hair very short. And I wanted to have a very bad haircut. Because I thought my hair was making me very vain. I had short hair for a while, and it was like coping with, you know, not feeling like I was attractive. And I look back on photos from that era and I go, yes, I was less attractive. But people still liked me. Like, I had a boyfriend during that time. I don't know why. Like, people were, it's baffling to me, but, you know, there you have it. Different strokes, I guess. It is, like, so funny, though, to have, like, to try to make yourself uglier on purpose, and then someone likes you, kind of, like, whatever they're feeling, but you're, like, kind of in spite of that, and you're, like, and I'm like, you shouldn't, like, I think less of you because you're attracted to me right now. Like, I'm wearing, like, the high heels now sometimes, and I have the long hair, and sometimes I wear, like, pretty things. I never wear makeup yet, but, you know, I'm on estrogen, and I'm like, goodness knows what kind of person is going to be attracted to me. Like, I'm kind of afraid. But it is this funny thing of, like, I know this is, like, a meme, but it is, like, so funny to come back to, like, human culture at this current time and be like, it is considered a masculine trait to be very desiring of a feminine aesthetic in a partner. Like, these men who are, like, heterosexual, like, attached to their masculinity, are, like, openly attracted, not respectful of, but attracted to women. Like, they will describe, like, they want her to be, you know, petite and soft and smell like flowers, and it's like, you want that. You're, like, into that. It's so interesting that is, like, a masculine thing, is to desire femininity. Because I'm like, what's the difference? Like, there's, I guess I don't feel a distinction between self and the other. Like, I've done quite a lot of work to dissolve that feeling of distinction of, like, where I begin and end and where others begin and end. That, like, it's like, to me, there's not a difference between that and the desire to embody femininity. Like, if I want something, I will become it. I think that's all. That's all the stuff that's in here right now. I'm meditating every day now in a very regimented way where I'm completely still. And it feels a lot more like I am my body. Not that I'm, like, it used to just feel like I was inside of my head and my body was kind of, like, hanging off the bottom of me. And now it's a lot more like, it feels like I'm in there. I guess in, or not even in, but just am. The am is so funny when it's like, my whole existential sense of, like, reality, like, changes when I'm hungry. And you're like, if you were just the brain, I guess the brain is the body and everything, but Molly's here on the couch with me. Yeah. I'm feeling stuff, guys. It's crazy. I'm feeling stuff at a reasonable pace. That too is crazy. I'm gaining wisdom points that cannot be lost. That's the thing about wisdom. You can get dumber maybe, but you can't like not have had the life experience that you had. It's always in there. Even if you get like dementia, I think like you still embody everything that has happened to you. Like I always say, even if I forget, it can't unhappen. Okay, have a good temporal experience. Bye.